Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Mhór podcast. This week we have a bit of a rising star. We have RMN Ruben for number 14. Ruben is really growing so much on all platforms, to be honest, recently. It's actually incredible to see, but especially TikTok, you're up to 60K today. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, Ruben, thanks so much for coming on. How are things, man?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on. Jeez, you're making me sound like I'm fucking a celebrity here. Like I'm just me, man. I'm chill out. I'm just one of the boys. But I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a crazy month. It's been a crazy month, man.
No, I obviously I got to know you first at the charity match, which we'll touch on later, which was unbelievable. Where we played in Cove Ramblers at St. Coleman's Park.
Yeah, that was a great day.
Unreal, yeah. But yeah, and you, in fairness, you've been grinding away for a long time, but you're starting to get a bit of recognition for it now. So fair play to you.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
No, not a bother. Just to get straight into it, I suppose. What would you say motivated you in the beginning to start streaming?
I mean, there was a few things, but I think the main one was that I never obviously growing up, I watched streamers like Aiden Ross, Speed when he was at the start, and so it was all Americans, and I never had an Irish role model to look up to, and so basically it was just out of pure frustration. I was like, okay, if no one's gonna start streaming and I have no one to watch, well, I'm just gonna do it then. So I just wanted to kind of pioneer the scene here. And obviously my friend Strophix, I met him through my View page. He was the first Irish streamer I found. And we just got talking. I said I wanted to do it as well. And then I started that in 1st of May, 2024 was my first stream. And haven't looked back since. And that day changed my life, I think. So yeah.
That's unreal. That's so cool. Yeah. I always thought that as well. Obviously as a Gen Zer, you're always going to see streamers, as you mentioned, like Speed, Aiden Ross.
Yeah.
And there never really was an equivalent here in Ireland.
No, there's no scene. It was only really TikTok and stuff, really, the mainstream TikTokers. And I suppose there really only is 3 or 4 streamers in the country, and they're all in the group I'm in, with obviously Ditto as well, who's in school right now. He's not streaming at the moment, but the scene is just we've changed a lot of things and we've pioneered a lot of things in such a short space of time, and we've kind of branched between the new streaming scene and then the mainstream TikTok scene. Obviously I'm boys with all Aiden Whelan and Alex Nolan and all them boys now, which is gas to see because I literally watch them and all of a sudden now I'm best mates with them, which is it's mad.
That must be cool, to be fair.
Yeah.
And just to reel it back a little bit, could you explain to viewers who are probably over 50 who may not know a lot about streaming how kind of it works fundamentally?
Yeah, no, I understand it might seem otherworldly, but it's basically the modern equivalent of reality TV. It's it's a live stream. I know people might have heard of YouTube or something in the past where it's a recording, you watch a video, but this is live, so it's everything is authentic. The reactions, it happens all live, so it can lead to funnier clips and more original reactions from the likes of myself, and it has a viewer, a live viewer chat, so we can involve the viewers. Compared to, let's say, if you watch a YouTube video, you're just watching, you can't get involved. So if you watch a Twitch stream, the chat can get involved, and that really helps for your growth as well as a community. When I started, I did a lot of viewer orientated content, so people would send me stuff to react, and then feel like they're involved in the stream and they can react live. So yeah, just a live streaming platform is all it is. That's what streaming is.
Unreal.
Yeah.
And in your opinion, what kind of and you kind of touched on this anyway, but what kind of potential would you say streaming has to even just change the social media scene in Ireland? Because a lot of people say it's kind of dead and it's kind of a bit boring.
Yeah.
How can streaming really elevate it?
I mean, our vision when we started was to put Ireland on a global stage. That's what streaming is. Streaming, in my way, is the way Ireland, for creators wise, is going to get internationally and break that barrier. I think obviously, as you touched on there, we've kind of had a frustration with Irish content creators for saying they just make Irish only content, and in my opinion that is true because it does set a barrier to what you can achieve. A lot of TikTokers, they end up plateauing is the word, or I don't know, just kind of stabilizing at a certain level because they did so much Irish content, and they might get a late toy show appearance, or they might get a load of Irish brand deals, but they'll never reach that next stage. In my opinion, streaming is the way we'll connect that Irish stage to a global audience. And I've experienced it myself the last month with the Dubai kids and stuff, which is mad. That's my first thing, because I always wanted to shift towards international content or, you know, football content, because that's known internationally. That's always what I wanted to do. Football's been my life. But when you start off, we always did Irish content because it gets the views here. But now I found something that works, and you just got to build on it. And I really do think this is what's going to take us to the next level, is streaming.
Yeah. No, I think you're right, because yeah, it's a lot of the Irish content is like, it's funny to like us in our little bubble, but it's never really gonna take off if you're just focusing on domestic only kind of stuff. So yeah.
I know people always moan about it, like, and I understand, because I was a viewer at one point. I said, "Oh, I'm sick of Spice Bag and First Year Disco content," but the reason why people do it is because it works here in Ireland. So the views are really high, but in the long term, you're always limiting yourself to Ireland. Do you know what I mean? So the likes of streaming, I think you can reach an international audience better that way, you know.
100%. And I guess you've been growing exponentially, as I mentioned recently, and I don't want to gas you too much.
No, you're all good, man. Yeah, it's been mad.
You know yourself, like the gas videos, like the taking the piss out of the Dubai football podcast, and yourself and Sam Byrne were streamed by the GPO. Like, I thought that was so. So, like, what do you put your recent growth down to?
It might seem like it's mad to put in perspective. Like the last month in January, I gained the same amount of followers as it took me 1.5 years previously to make in 1 month. Wow. You know, so like, and people might look at that as like an overnight thing, but I promise you, like, I've sacrificed so much for this. Like, even though I'm not famous, I'm nothing. Like, I'm just a normal lad that goes to college, and I happen to do this on the side. But it was a long time coming. Like, I did content before streaming, but just to get to have this moment and supposed luck, which it is a bit of luck, you got to work hard, and you got to be very consistent with it and stick at it for a long time, like anything in life. And you never know what can happen. Each video is a lottery ticket. And that the original Dubai kid clip, it's funny you say, that was just a normal clip that I just didn't even think twice. I just put it up as like a filler clip, and it happened to blow up. And now they're my most popular videos ever. So you never know what can work, man. If you just stick at it like anything, you never know what can blow up. You know, you just got to keep going. It's hard work. That's what hard work is, man.
Oh, it's definitely hard work, and but it just goes to show, like, yeah, you were literally, like, you probably have other projects that you put like huge effort into, get no views, and then you have that where you kind of half-ass it.
Simple, I know. Simple reaction clip. I know.
It's crazy, but it's definitely well worth it, though, at the same time, to just, I guess you just gotta stay consistent. So as I mentioned there earlier, we both had the honor kind of playing in the Derry matinee charity match in St. Coleman's Park. How did you find that experience?
It was amazing. I love that day so much. It was like one of my first times down in Cork as well, and in Cove especially. So yeah, it was always my dream. Like, I remember when I started, I was like, as a streamer in Ireland, I'm never going to be able to play in one of these charity matches. That's just like so not feasible, and let alone in a League of Ireland stadium. So to get there, and it was my second charity match that summer as well. They were like 1 month apart. So and the kits and the design, like, I have them back here. Like, if you see them, the kits are there.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, I think the quality of the kits, and, you know, shout out to Dylan for organising it for a great cause as well. But, you know, at a League of Ireland stadium, it was surreal. I remember when I was just standing there before kickoff, and I was like, how the fuck have I got here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry if I can't curse. I don't know if I can.
No, work away. You're grand.
I don't know. I was like, it was surreal, man. I really enjoyed that day, and all the people were great on it as well.
No, it was savage, and I have to say, like Dylan deserves so much credit for the
100%.
work. Jesus Christ, because I'll be honest, like, we were kind of, like, obviously it was under like the LOI Talk brand, and Dylan was with LOI Talk at the time, and like G Mac, like, it wasn't like that popular of an idea first. A lot of people said it would never take off, and, like, in fairness, got loads of, like, not it wasn't like full, but like there was a nice few people there on the ground that day as well. Like, it was to
be honest, there was more people at the ground that day. Like, I was at Pell, which is supposed to be the main one in Ireland, and I thought there was a better crowd at Derry and a better overall atmosphere and organisation at it, to be quite frankly honest with you. So I'm really looking forward to the next one in June, and there's some bigger names at that. I think that would be very good if we can organise that properly again. I can't wait.
Definitely. I didn't want to say it because I wasn't involved with the Pell. Didn't want to be bashing it, but I actually thought the same, because I did see a few pictures and stuff of it on the day, and it it did look like I suppose I can't comment on the atmosphere. I wasn't there, but the crowd looked less for sure. Like, did you play at the Pell match as well?
No, I was in the crowd. My relationship with Pell is quite interesting. I don't want to bring it into your podcast, but the highlight of the game, they were saying, in my opinion, was me shouting at the line over fun the whole match. That's how the atmosphere was.
Yeah.
I was in the crowd that day, but I thought the Derry the atmosphere was better. There was more people involved, in my opinion.
For sure. Like there was like bigger crowds, even in terms of like the people there. Obviously, Pell drew in some big names like the likes of Tide Fleming and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, like we still had like Daniel Dad, like he's massive.
Yeah. And the group of us together, I thought was like, even at the end when you took that picture, I think it was a very wholesome group, and I think everyone got along together very well, and it was a really tight knit group. And I really loved meeting everyone that day. It was I enjoyed it so much, and to get on the score sheet as well was a bit gas as well.
I did not manage to get.
you got taken out by another guy, man. By Jamie.
Jamie McAteer was there.
Another guy, man. Oh yeah.
Another Galway man is right. He absolutely destroyed me. Oh my god.
I remember seeing that. I was just at the halfway line when that happened. I was funny. Some tackle.
Yeah, no, I was actually shook after it, to be honest. Like you can even feel it 10 minutes later. I take a shot. I'm like near, not quite 1-on-1, but like I'm just outside the box, and like I do better. I should just wrap it right at the top corner. But you could see I was completely shook because like it was a terrible shot. No, in fairness to Jamie, he fairly set his authority early on there. Like it was
set the tone.
He did definitely set the tone. Oh my god. But I look forward to the next one now, because it was actually a savage day, and fair play to Dylan.
Can't wait, boys.
And sticking on the kind of topic of like Irish football in general, with Ireland's recent like footballing success, obviously beating Portugal, which nearly sometimes gets forgotten about. Like we beat Portugal,
100%.
And then obviously when the Hungarian match, which is just an incredible moment.
Yeah.
How do you kind of plan to incorporate a potential World Cup campaign? Excuse me. Obviously, we're not there yet, into your streams.
No, yeah, boys. So to start, I will be in Prague in March. I have the stuff booked, so I will be there. Whether I get a ticket or not is another question. I know they're checking check IDs for the home end, so we'll see how we get in there. But I will be in Prague, so streaming it on the streets, and then hopefully a very good stream after the match, hopefully on the streets when we win, with the rest of them in all the Irish pubs. And then obviously then if we do make the final, I was going to go to the match originally, but I plan now to do a watch along with obviously Kahili and Sam Byrne in an Airbnb, because I think the clip of the moment, if we qualify for the World Cup, could do very well, and just as a memory on stream that we witnessed the first World Cup in our lifetime, it's safe to say. And then obviously the World Cup is another thing. I will be going there. I think I want to be the Irish streamer to go to all the matches. Obviously, we have 2 in Mexico and 1 at Atlanta, so I plan to stream all that and just make it a generational kind of summer with that, you know.
Oh my god, that's gonna be so cool. Like the watch along is actually a great shout. Yeah, because it can kind of watch along is actually a great shout, just to kind of like experience the moment firsthand rather than actually.
Yeah, because I'd love to go to the match, but I just think I could get more content out of it, as well as cherishing a moment on camera that I'll probably cherish for the rest of my life, my first World Cup in my lifetime, you know. But I will be there in person in Prague.
That's unreal. I presume the stewards and stuff wouldn't take too nicely to you, like streaming in the middle of the Aviva Stadium. So yeah,
or even to recording it. Yeah, but if I was there, I think. If I was in the Aviva for that, I wouldn't even have a camera out. You know, I just enjoy the moment, but I'll just do a generational watch along to show it instead.
Oh my god, I'm looking forward to that already. Well, look, God, hoping we actually do qualify.
100%. We got to believe.
And on the topic, how you fancy our chances? It sounds like, do you?
I think it's the best we've had in years. I think it's the best we've had, even better than doing obviously the defeat to Denmark in 2018 that we all remember. This is a better chance. Obviously, you know, Czech, they're in total disarray at the moment. They don't like their manager, and I think out of all the draws we could have gotten, I think they're the best. You know, their stadium's quite small. The atmosphere, they'll try and make it intimidating. If we just play our game like we did against fucking Hungary or Portugal, but no bother. I think we have a lot of momentum going into it and a lot of great players as well. And then the final, obviously Denmark could be around too, or North Macedonia. This probably will be Denmark, but I think the Aviva will be rocking that day. I think we'll get a revenge. I think it's the best chance we've had in years. It could have been Italy, it could have been someone like that. So thank God that fake Northern Ireland have that Italy-Italian draw, which is great to see. So yeah,
definitely way worse. And yeah, it could have been way worse. And I suppose Denmark are nowhere near as strong as they used to be as well.
Yeah. And it's at home, it'll be rocking. I think this time around compared to 2018, I think there's a lot more hype around it. There's a lot more belief, especially after Hungary. I think anything can happen. That was a miracle. I think that was the best moment I'd ever witnessed in an Irish shirt. Maybe we were a bit too young to fully remember Robbie Brady's goal against Italy. So that was definitely more surreal in my opinion, that goal. I just couldn't believe it.
It was ridiculous. Like it was just
especially out of all the recent years of just our lifetime with Ireland has just been shite. It's just it's the hope that kills you, isn't it? It's just obviously all the scandals surrounding the FAI and led to the team kind of disintegrating and then all of that. And that was the first kind of moment of real joy we've had to celebrate an Irish shirt in years. So hopefully there's more to come and better moments to come with the World Cup. I think that would lift the country so much.
Oh, like they always talk about like Italian and stuff. All these kind of stuff. It really brought it together. So
and you can never truly grasp what it was like because you didn't live it. So this is our generation's chance. We haven't qualified since 2002, and that ended in a shit show, obviously with Roy Keane and Mick McCarthy. But this is a chance for this new generation to finally experience a World Cup, and no better place to go than Mexico, America. It's like all the cousins are over there and stuff. So gas like.
That's very true. No, it's a nervy few months, but I can't.
Well, how old is it? Is it 5 weeks now? 6 weeks to Prague?
It's
the 25th of March, isn't it? 26th of March.
So it's maximum 6 weeks. Yeah,
it's getting close, boys.
It really close.
Gotta get that build up going.
Exactly, it's not far away at all. Like it's actually mad. Has the potential to bring the country together for sure for a chance.
100%. Well, I think if we win in Prague, there'll be so much belief going into Denmark.
Oh, definitely.
Or North Macedonia, no disrespect, but probably Denmark. But yeah, definitely belief.
Exactly. And like there's surely no way after the FAI selling out the match that we don't get to the final. Like imagine we end up
another 5-1 or something Oh my God, I remember watching that.
So not surely to God that doesn't happen, but
we'll be fine. I think we'll get there.
That's my line of thinking as well. So just again we're staying on the topic of Irish football, but kind of branching off as well. Which would you prefer yourself? Are you more of a League of Ireland or a Premier League man?
If I'm quite frankly honest with you, I would be more Premier League man. But in the recent years, obviously when I was growing up, the crucial age is to kind of start supporting football clubs. Galway United was in administration, and obviously the crowd attendance, it was just known for being shit, And my dad was a big Man United fan growing up. Like he got me this baby kit when I was young, so I was over to England when I was like 7 or 6, like in a very, very young age. And I've been to them European. I've been with them away. With the Galway Supporters Club and stuff, so I was always involved with United. But I always go to M&D Park whenever I can. I was involved with Galway United as a player as well when I was younger. So the club has always been with me, and especially now with content, I always try to get involved because I'm just trying to help. It's nothing in compared to size to Man United, so I always try give it the publicity it deserves. But I support them both. But if you ask me truly who have I committed more to over the years, it would be Man United. But the League of Ireland has come on so much, and I think we should be all proud of the league. I think you should all try to support your local League of Ireland club. I know there's a lot of argument about supporting English clubs and all that stuff. That's another discussion, but it has come on so much, especially with European success. Obviously, last year we had was it St. Pat's and Shamrock Rovers in League of Ireland, or was it Shelburne, Shamrock Rovers, and the Conference League, and which gives us more opportunity that Conference League. So the league has come on so much, and you can see the standard and attendances as well. Like especially in Galway, we sell out every game now. I remember going when I was 6, and there'd be about 2 people in the stadium. So it's really great to see the league has come on so much. So I'd be a mix of both, really.
Yeah, I can relate to that a lot. And I suppose what I always think is that like literally the best league in the world is across the pond for us.
Yeah.
You know, the temptation is only natural. It's always going to be there. And it's not just natural, it's just normal that we're going to have fans here.
Yeah, there's a lot of Irish living in the likes of Liverpool and Manchester as well. So we have that connection, set up by Catholic missionaries and stuff, a lot of clubs over there. So like I understand. What I can't understand though is people supporting the likes of Chelsea or Birmingham or real Britannic clubs like that. That kind of gets on my nerves a bit. Like, but Man United, Liverpool, obviously, that's just the way it is. The two biggest clubs in the world, like so.
Exactly.
Obviously, there's going to be a draw to them, but support your League of Ireland as much as you can. Support the league, support the country.
Love it. I fully agree. Yeah, because at the end of the day, like I suppose that, like I don't mind, as I say, I don't mind people supporting. Like I support side, like, but I think that, I just do believe that, like, I don't think you have a right to like complain about Irish football if you're just absolutely bashed.
Yeah, that's why I don't agree with you can support both as I do, but this whole thing of either supporting Premier League sides and then bashing the League of Ireland as that's a shit league, like what I'm saying, like and I suppose like it goes the other way too, of people who support League of Ireland bashing people for supporting English teams. That it goes the same ways. Just let people, in my opinion, like I understand glory hunting and all that, but especially me as a United fan, I've not had a lot of glory to glory support in my lifetime, so I'm not a glory supporter. But yeah, just let people be, really. But just is what it is, innit? You can't really dictate to people who they support, but do try support, as your local clubs as much as you can, especially the League of Ireland.
100%. And on the topic of what you make of United's season so far and the broader Premier League.
I mean, it's Jesus Christ, United. It's like every year there's something different with them, but it's crazy. The last 3 games with Garrick, it's like I don't know what's happened, but I think they just need to stick with just simple football for the rest of the season. We're out of all the other competitions, so it is Premier League and Premier League only. I'm happy with just Champions League football. I think we will get there. We just got to keep going, keep it simple. Obviously, the switch of the tactics from Amrin. I wasn't necessarily Amrin out, but I do think trying to apply the change too much kind of disagrees with the fundamentals of what a football club has always been about. And trying to change a different side of football sometimes can't work if you force it too much. So that's probably what got him sacked. But ultimately, nothing will ever change at Man United as long as the Glazers are in power. And I'm all for Man United and I'm all anti-Glazer out. So, we'll never get to the heights we were at as long as they're there. We can try and improve as much as we can on the football pitch, but ultimately to get to those heights, Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues, they have to go, But I am optimistic for the future. I do think if we get better on the football pitch with, whoever is our next full-time manager, then hopefully that might push people to force the ownership out,
100%, yeah. This is as a fan, your arch rival looking in. I have to say, I am quite worried about you. There's only you've got Chelsea up there as well. I don't know. It's kind of looking like now. Obviously, good win against Newcastle there. I don't know if we're actually going to make it or not. To be honest, at the Champions League next year, the way we're playing and the way you're playing recently as well.
Yeah, as a Liverpool supporter, you cut out there when you said it.
Sorry, Liverpool. Yeah,
Liverpool. Very good. I mean, it's tight. It's tight in it. Obviously, Arsenal and City and then Villa as well. But us kind of winning a few games puts us kind of in that third, fourth mix. And obviously, as you said yourself, the other teams beneath you, Chelsea as well. It's going to be tight, but it should be 5 places in the European the way the coefficient is going, right?
5 places, yeah.
Yeah, so you might get away with it yet.
That's true. There'll be room for us all to flourish. Going back to the streaming kind of aspect, and just your general like social media career or whatever they call it, I suppose. What's your goals for the next few months?
My goal anyway this year or for the next few months is to first establish it as kind of nearly a full-time thing. Obviously, I go to university and I do this and I work it's down to 1 day a week now in my job because I just don't have enough time between everything. It's not because I don't want the money, but hopefully and slowly surely my social media money is kind of outgrown the money I get from my job. So I want to establish full-time And that's what I ultimately want from this, is to be a full-time streamer. That's my dream, and move abroad and kind of put Ireland on the map that way. So yeah, full-time, and to get probably partner on Twitch and whatever, 100,000 on by the summer, by the World Cup anyway. And you know, just bring Ireland to a global stage that we've deserved for a long time, you know.
That's absolutely incredible, Ruben. RMN, you're an absolute gentleman. I'm sure it's not going to be the last time. I hope we have a chat with you. And
Jeez, that flew, didn't it, lads? Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
No worries, man. Thank you for having me on. I really enjoyed all the questions, and I really like what you're doing here. So keep doing with the podcast and stuff. We need more kind of gents like you speaking. There's a lot of crazy people speaking right now. So you know, I really appreciate you having me on, and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. And actually, just for the viewers' information, what could have been, like, obviously you were actually in Cork last weekend.
Yeah.
We to get the real life thing started. Like,
yeah,
I was like trying to book studios and stuff, but unfortunately sleeping at the weekend, so we couldn't get it done. But definitely in future, next time you're in Cork.
100%. It's like my second home now. Cork, Dublin, Galway. I'm always between the three of them. So hopefully next time Cork, we can arrange something.
Fair play to you, flat out. Ruben, thanks again, and to the viewers, thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, son. Appreciate it, man.